In 1937, Fred Astaire recorded a song called They All Laughed. It was written by George Gershwin. The lyrics included, they all laughed at Christopher Columbus when he said he would sail around the world. They all laughed when Edison recorded sound. They all laughed when Wilbur and his brother when they said that man could fly. Why they told Marconi wireless was a phony. It's all the same old crying. I'm not really sure if my next guest can sing, but something tells me that when they do a new version of this song, they may include his name and something about Bitcoin. Joining me now, MicroStrategy's Executive Chairman, Michael Saylor. Michael, I got to give you props, my man. So August 10th, 2020, MicroStrategy adopts his Bitcoin strategy. The experts called you a fool. Thus far, you're crushing everything. I mean, I'm looking at the list. Even Bitcoin you're crushing, but some of these other known, the S&P you're destroying. Google, Microsoft, Apple, you're beating them all by easily. Oracle. So take us back. If you take us back to when you made this decision, you knew you would be ridiculed. Why did you do it?
Thanks, Charles, for having me. You know, most corporations are being torn apart by these twin forces of inflation from the government and then technology-driven deflation. So if you're a Main Street company, you're forced to fight for your survival with one hand tied behind your back. If you're going to keep up with the Magnificent Seven, you're going to have to grow your revenues and cash flows 20% a year or faster ad infinitum. You know, so there's 7 companies that generate all the shareholder returns. There's 7,000 companies can't keep up. What we did in August of 2020 was recognize that there's no way we're going to outgrow Google and Microsoft and Apple Computer as a mid-sized software company. So we started looking to do an acquisition of a high-growth digital monopoly of our own. And we realized that Bitcoin is like a high-tech dominant digital network growing at 40 or 50% a year. And so we bought it. It's kept growing 40 or 50% a year. And now we're using our balance sheet to grow the company as well as our P&L.
Let's talk about the business side of it, the AI side of it. It's all the rage, obviously. What is MicroStrategy doing with respect to artificial intelligence?
You know, we're the first BI company to incorporate artificial intelligence into our product. And so we're feeding it to our customers. They love it. It allows them to build applications faster, and it gives them answers faster. And AI is both making our product better, but it's also accelerating a conversion from on-premises to the cloud. So we see it as a great growth driver for the business.
Michael, you tweeted a very compelling tweet on November 4th about Bitcoin offering corporations an innovative strategy to preserve the capital, sort of what you just talked about. But what I thought was even more compelling is you said to escape the destructive cycle of expensive acquisitions, buybacks, dividends, and debt. Those are all the traditional ways companies are told they can reward shareholders. You're saying skip all of that and go straight to Bitcoin.
Yeah, what I'm saying is, you know, decapitalizing the company by giving the capital back in a buyback or dividending it out and paying the tax on the dividend or engaging in dilutive acquisitions or pursuing breakneck growth initiatives that may or may not work. All of these things are part of the conventional corporate finance playbook, but they don't work. 99% of the companies are failing using that, and they do it because if they just hold their capital in government securities, they generate 3% after tax, and the cost of capital is 12 to 15%. So Bitcoin is the solution because you can buy Bitcoin, ride a 20 to 40% tax-deferred appreciation. You can beat the cost of capital, and pretty soon you're firing on all cylinders because your balance sheet is generating investor returns as well as your P&L.
Before I let you go, Bitcoin on a tear right now. What do you think, over the next year, what could be some of the drivers that take it higher?
Look, the supply and demand are in balance right now, but after the halving in April, the supply gets cut in half, and after the set of spot ETFs come online, the demand's got at least double. So the only thing that's going to adjust there is the price in order to get the market to clear. And so I think you watch the spot ETFs and you watch for the halving, and the next 12 months are pretty auspicious for the asset class.
Yeah, I'm waiting. Michael, great stuff. And again, congratulations. Appreciate it.
Thank you, Charles.